from Rome is Associated Press reporter Philip Crowther. Philip, good evening from Manila. Can you tell us what is happening and what is the mood there right now?
Good evening. Great to be with you on a very beautiful spring day here in Rome. Of course, the mood is somewhat somber, undoubtedly, but it's been a celebration, really, of the life of Pope Francis for most of the people who have come here to Rome to pay their last respects to him. Today is the third day, the last day of 3 days where Pope Francis is lying in state inside of St. Peter's Basilica that you can see behind me here at the Vatican. And there have been huge numbers of people who have gone inside. The number now stands at 125,000 since Wednesday, according to the Vatican. Now, what's going to happen here today is on this Friday evening here, local time, once all of those people have been able to pay their last respects and visit the open casket of Pope Francis, is that coffin will be sealed, that simple wooden coffin that Pope Francis said he wanted to be buried in. This is one of the many rituals that we are seeing and experiencing here at the Vatican that are traditional after the death of a pope. So many people, by the way, wanted to see Pope Francis one last time that the doors to the Basilica were actually kept open late last night until 2:30 in the morning, reopened at 5:40 so that as many people as possible could get in. All of this, of course, in preparation of the funeral that will be happening this Saturday here in St. Peter's Square.
And Philip, what are we expecting for tomorrow's funeral and also in the next couple of days?
Well, a lot has been said about who's actually going to be attending this funeral, and there are going to be a huge amount of heads of state, heads of government, and also reigning monarchs who are going to be here. For example, President Donald Trump of the United States will be arriving here this Saturday already. Javier Milei, the president of Pope Francis's native Argentina, will be arriving this Friday as well. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will be here too. The numbers that we are getting from the Vatican are these: 130 delegations will be here altogether, 50 heads of state, 10 reigning monarchs. All of them will be in St. Peter's Square for this funeral service. It's going to be a Catholic service, of course. It's going to be held in Latin. It's most likely going to last somewhere between 2 hours and 2 hours and a half. There will be some papal rites as well. And thereafter, what we will see is something that has not been seen in over 100 years of papal history here in the Vatican, and that is that Pope Francis's coffin will be transported from here, from St. Peter's Basilica, where it will not be buried. It will be taken to St. Mary Major Basilica. That is around 3 to 4 kilometers away from the Vatican. Again, that was a specific wish from Pope Francis that he made very clear in his testament, is that that's where he wanted to be buried. After that, 9 days of official mourning begin here at the Vatican. It's only after those 9 days have elapsed that the famous conclave can begin. That is, of course, when all the cardinals, including, of course, Cardinal Tagle of the Philippines, will be here in Rome to get together and vote for the next pope. The Vatican tells us that, by the way, 113 cardinals have now arrived here in Rome. It's 135 altogether who will have the right to vote for the next pope. 135 cardinals who are under 80 years of age, and among those, of course, will be the next pope.
Thank you, Associated Press reporter Philip Crowther, joining us live from Rome.